lesson I learned recently around psychological safety is a piece of the process in which I got wrong. So if you've read Fearless Organization by Amy Edmondson, phenomenal book about the notion of psychological safety and how to go about doing it. Really a three-step process, which is number one, set the stage. Number two, invite participation, get people to talk and ask questions. And three is, based upon those questions and answers, respond productively. So a week ago, I needed to make some decisions and talk people through the new strategy for DX, especially over the next 90 days as we look to take our new products to market. I thought I did a pretty good job of setting the stage, but I didn't do a good job of inviting participation. There was no break, there's no brain break, and therefore no questions were asked because people felt threatened because the way in which I delivered it, which meant I didn't get the feedback that I needed about what they liked and what they didn't like, and I didn't get a chance to respond productively. And what happened nearly 10 days later is one of the team spoke to me. He says, look, I just got something to say. There's something I've been sleeping on now. Imagine that, 10 days. And there was a misinterpretation of something that I said, my meaning of it and how they heard it. Because I didn't do the invite participation well. And people didn't speak up. I assumed that everyone else is great. This is good. Everyone's on board with the plan. This is the right idea. But it wasn't. And it took someone 10 days to come back to me and say, look, I've been sleeping on this. I feel really fearful right now of what you said and how you said it. Can I just make sure that we're on the same page? And we weren't. What I had said had been taken very differently to how they heard it. So that's 10 days of pain and fear and disengagement and like having to sleep on that. Imagine that in the workplace every day where people, the leader speaks, and because they didn't set the stage right, maybe in the right manner, they didn't invite participation, they didn't get people to speak up and ask questions, and that means they didn't get a chance to respond productively. It means we're all just sleeping on things that are negative, and that doesn't lead to psychological safety, it doesn't lead to people speaking up. So just a real good reminder of the notion of psychological safety and the things that we need to do as leaders, and it's not that easy, right? There's a good way to invite participation, there's a not so good way to do it. There's a great way to set the stage, there's a not so good way to set the stage. There's a great way to respond productively, and there's a not so good. So it's a lot harder than the theory suggests, and again, it's just a case of me not getting it right. So just remember, set the stage, be really clear, give people a chance to ask questions, but maybe put a little bit of a gap between you setting the stage and then asking for questions. And when they ask questions, make sure that you respond productively and make sure that you respond in a way which is very emotionally intelligent, and so that people feel heard and we all have an opportunity to have our say. Not as easy as it sounds, but if you get it right, people will inevitably speak up, and that's what we need more of right now.